Hey everybody, welcome back to another class on verbling.com with Teacher Abby. Very excited to be able to speak with you guys today and talk about the news. This is a pure speaking class. You'll be asked to ask each other questions to generate conversation, but I'll get us started and give you guys plenty of things to talk about. Ali, welcome back.
Hi again, Abby.
How are you?
Fine. You?
Very good. Lucas, welcome back.
Hello, Abby.
Lucas, you missed our pet class.
Yeah, someone take my place, so I just go to do something else.
Okay. I'm glad that you're here today, or for this hour, I mean.
Yes.
Do you have a pet, Lucas?
Yes, I have 2 dogs, 2 cats.
2 dogs and 2 cats?
Wow.
Yes.
You're a pet man.
Yes. I like pets.
Wonderful. Welcome to the class, Lucas. Happy to have you.
And I am also.
Jonathan, welcome to the class. Good to see you again.
Hi, Teacher Abby. How are you?
Very good. Long time no see.
Oh, yes.
How you feeling today?
Oh, excellent, teacher. Thank you for asking.
Wonderful. Do you have any plans for your weekend coming up?
Maybe a party in the Saturday.
Okay.
I am going to the club.
To the what?
I am going to the club.
To the club.
Uh-huh.
Okay, very good. I hope you enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Absolutely.
Hello, Maria. Welcome to the class.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you, Maria. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
What are your plans for the weekend?
I still don't know. Not any plans by now.
Do you?
What
Go ahead.
what it appears, if someone asks for me out or to go out, I will say yes.
So, did everybody hear that?
Yes.
Please
It's a
hear.
guaranteed yes. It's a guaranteed yes.
Not in the other part of the world.
It's not flying to Turkey, Ali. That's wonderful. Well, sometimes those are the best weekends when you don't have plans and you're free to do whatever anybody invites you to do. So I hope you have a fun weekend. I hope you enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much. I hope to enjoy the weekend. I need to rest too.
Yes, a little bit of rest, a little bit of fun, a good balance of the two.
Yeah.
Alessia, is this the bunny? Is this the rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah, I put inside for you so you can see.
Do you know what would happen if that was my rabbit?
What?
Do you know what would happen if that was my rabbit?
No, but I think it's not good.
You eat? You eat them?
I see your face. It's something terrible.
No, I would squeeze it. It might make you
My grandmama,
Uh-huh.
when I was a child, was a baby, have a rabbit. But in Italy, sometimes the rabbit we eat with vegetables. So when I came to my home and I bought a lily, my grandmama said me, "Oh, it's so small to eat." She wanted my rabbit.
She was disappointed it wasn't fat enough.
Yeah.
You know, Alessia, sometimes people, they carry a rabbit's foot with them. Have you ever heard of that?
They carry a rabbit and that?
No, they carry the foot of a rabbit on a keychain.
Yes.
Do you know why they do that?
No. And sometimes the people have a jacket with the area of rabbit.
Don't get me started. It makes me angry.
Yeah. Or sometimes if the clothes come from China, it's a doggy Irie or cat's Irie.
Ugh, ugh, ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But yeah, sometimes people in Canada, they carry a rabbit's foot. They say it's good luck. I say it's gross.
I think it's better to have a luck, don't kill him.
Yeah, of course not. It's terrible. But anyways, it's a very cute rabbit. Thank you for sharing the picture with us. Very nice. All right, so today's lesson is all about the news. So what I'm going to do is give you a few prompts to talk about the news, and you guys are going to have to ask each other questions based on what you see on the news. Ask your classmates' opinions. You're going to be talking as much as possible. This is a real speaking class. I'm going to offer corrections, and of course in the chat box talk about idioms or words that come up that we don't understand. Any questions before we get started?
No.
No.
Let's get into it. Okay. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to rank the 4 choices and discuss them with each other. We can even add a 5th choice. So let's start with number 1, and maybe we could have Jonathan read number 1 for us and the 4 options.
And select one option.
Number
Okay.
1.
Okay. What is the most serious news story today?
Now read the 4 options.
Read the first. Okay, teacher. A. The war on terror. B. Global warming. C. Nuclear proliferation. D. The world's economic turbulence. E. Other. I think.
Tell us.
Is my opinion?
Yeah, give us your opinion.
Okay, in my opinion, I think that the most serious problem with the humanity have in this moment is the global warming.
Thank you for sharing, Jonathan. Now I want you to ask some of your students, ask each other, and have a question about what each of your opinion is. Jonathan?
Okay, yeah. Ali, what is your opinion about what is the most serious problem to have the humanity?
Excellent.
About number 1?
It's number 1, the question number 1.
I think the serious problem is the war on terror, I think. Because
Tell us why.
what?
Tell us why, Ali.
Because there is a war in Middle East. People kill each other. People fight each other. Many people kill in terror attacks or something like that.
Good. Very good. Jonathan, ask some other students about what their opinions are.
Okay. Hi, Luca. What is your opinion about the most serious problem news today?
Hello. The most serious news about. Can you repeat because
Yeah, it's the first question. What is the most serious news story today?
I think the world economic troubles. For me, it's very seriousness today because in every country I heard some news that people have difficult time to find a job or they are fired and the government can't help the citizens. So for me, this news is very serious.
Fantastic. Good job. Thank you, Jonathan, for taking the lead for question number 1 with us. Does anyone else want to share their opinion on what they think is the most serious news story today, or maybe they'd like to add a different one?
No.
Hussein, welcome to the class.
Thank you, Abby. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you again. I'm still laughing since yesterday.
Yeah,
I was talking to my mother on the phone, and I told her about what you said. Good. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Maria, can you read number 2 for us? Read the options that come along with it, and then we're going to discuss these people. Go ahead.
Okay. Who is the most newsworthy person on earth? A. Barack Obama. B. Nelson Mandela. C. Aung San Suu Kyi. D. Lady Gaga. E. Other.
So what do you think? What's your opinion?
From my point of view, I think that Lady Gaga is appearing in more news than the rest, despite she hasn't so much things also she shouldn't be more important than Barack Obama or Nelson Mandela because they have more power. But now in the news, in newspapers, you only see gossip news in most of them. So people prefer to read about Lady Gaga than about more serious problems like Nelson Mandela or Barack Obama could tell us.
Excellent.
This is my opinion.
Thank you for sharing. Now I want you to have a conversation with some other students in your class. Ask them about their opinions as well.
Okay, to Alessia.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the most newsworthy person on earth?
I think now maybe Barack Obama, because there are global worrying in this moment with Russia for the energy and the gas oil and to have domain. It's right, domain.
That's correct. Domain.
Domain in this territory, you know, Ukraine and this question. In Europe, we feeling too much this subject. And Barack Obama is a natural oppositor of Putin, and in this question.
Oh, Alison, can you please make sure you don't mute other students in the class? Alessia, can you unmute yourself, please, so we can hear you?
Yeah. Do you hear me, Abby?
Yeah. Now I hear you. Continue.
Okay, sorry, my Wi-Fi today is.
No, it's not a problem. It's okay. We heard you. You were accidentally muted there for a moment.
Okay. and I didn't understand what I have to do.
You were answering the question. That was perfect. Just how you were doing it.
What was the biggest story of the past 5 years? But I don't read.
Okay, go ahead and read them.
Okay, I repeat. What was the biggest story of the past 5 years? The Arab Spring, the hurricanes and tsunami, the global financial crisis, the WikiLeaks, or other I don't know.
Anything. So first
A
of
new
all,
pope.
the new pope. Okay, there you go. The new pope. Okay, this is what I want you to do, Alessia. I want you to take the lead in the conversation, okay? So you first of all share your opinions, and then ask different students in the class, as if you're the teacher or you're the one taking the lead in the conversation. You can ask them their opinions. Go ahead.
Oh my God, it's a nightmare. I'm not a good teacher, sorry guys. I think the biggest story was maybe was an Arab Spring because is like a fire that could explode, and WikiLeaks too, because is a link with many other how do you say? Wait, give me a moment, please. Topics.
Topics, okay.
Okay, and for hurricanes and tsunami, I think the humanity in this moment have to change his attitude with the nature, because the nature is it's going to I don't know what is the word, rebelling, rebelling, and for the Arab Spring that I just said, because in Italy is very close to the north of Africa, so for us is big topics for every day, because on the boat many people comes on the coast of the Italy, and they are desperate. It's right, desperate, and they need everything.
Perfect.
And,
okay. Alessia, now what I want you to do is ask some other students in the class about their opinions.
Okay. Hussein, what was the biggest story of the past 5 years for you?
Okay. I think all of them were very important. The Arab Spring, hurricanes and tsunami, the global financial crisis, and WikiLeaks. And I think they are still important. They are still very effective in the world, I think. But in my opinion, the Arab Spring was the biggest story. If you compare it to others, I think the Arab Spring was very important because it has affected a lot of countries, and especially the countries in the Middle East. Like there were a lot of rebels, there were a lot of uprisings in the Middle East, and a lot of countries regimes, like the regimes were changed by the people, especially as you know, as we know right now in Syria. There is a civil war between the government forces and the rebels, maybe we can call it, but the president of Syria says they are terrorists, but it's very different. It's very challenging question, and it is still very important, I think. And in Syria, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people that are being killed by the government forces, and the other groups like Al Qaeda and the other terrorist organizations, as you if you like to mention it like that. And still in Egypt, there are a lot of problems. There are a lot of problems about the presidency, and as we know, there was a military coup in Egypt against the de jure government, and there are still a lot of problems. And it was very effective, and still is very effective. And yeah, there are a lot of economic problems. There are a lot of political problems, and the world is very interested in it, like Russia, United States, Turkey, and the other European countries are trying to engage in this situation, and they are supporting some groups, and it makes it very challenging for the people. And there's no peace in the Middle East, and we hope the peace will come soon to these people.
Okay. Good answer.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to know if Jonathan thinks the same about these topics, the same idea about this topic, or Jonathan think something different.
Okay, I think that the bigger story in the Pi share is Ocean B and Ocean C. The hurricane and tsunami and the global financial crisis. The hurricane and tsunami because in the past we have bad events for that in Japan. I think that I don't remember if it was in Japan, but many people die because one tsunami attacked the coast of the Japan, and that is very bad. And the other notice that the global financial crisis, I think that is very important because if have a global financial crisis, this is for that started that war. I think that is my opinion about that.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's move on to our next one. Excellent job, Alessia. Thank you so much. You did a great job getting our students talking there. That was really good. Who wants to be the next teacher? Lucas, Ali, or Aka? Who wants to be the next teacher to take the lead in the conversation? Don't everybody jump at once. I don't want you fighting over it. Okay, Ali, it's your turn. Ali, read number 4 for us. Share your opinion and then ask some of your students to share.
Okay, what's the best way to get news? A. Television. B. Newspaper. C. Twitter. D. Internet news site. E. Other. I think the best way nowadays get news is television and internet news sites, because you can find their internet news sites. You can find everything about what you want, and its events are very quickly shown up in internet sites. You can get from internet sites news very quickly, and you can follow the about a news there, what happened or what will happen, and you can watch TV news on TV. It's an easy way, I think. That's all.
All right, Ali, it's your turn to be the teacher. You have to ask Lucas or Aka some questions about their opinions.
Okay, Aka, what's the best way to get news and why?
Yes, recently I rarely watching TV, and so I collect news on the internet site, Twitter and Facebook. So I don't know they are the best way of getting news, but I frequently access to the internet is more than TV. So I find the news on the internet usually these days. And probably the advantage of collecting news on micromedia like a social network, we can know the things which mass media doesn't report. But a disadvantage of it, some information is not so correct. Some, so we need to be careful about that. That's the advantage of disadvantage of collecting news from micromedia like social network or bloggers.
Okay. Thank you, Aka. And
Thank you. You're welcome.
I want to ask Lucas, are you in same opinion with Aka, or we want to hear your opinion, Lucas?
For me, the best way is internet news site. Teacher Ali, because it's very easy to just choose your preference, what you wanted to know about every news on the world, and on the internet there are many good resources that you can find video news or just writing. So I like this way of news because I can read the news wherever I want, because nowadays there are many good also applications that you can download on your smartphone, so I prefer this.
Good job. Excellent. Thank you, Teacher Lee, for sharing that with us, your wealth of knowledge and experience. Very good. Okay. Let's go to, who would like to be our next teacher who hasn't taught? Any volunteers?
I can be.
Yay, Lucas! You're feeling brave today. Go ahead with number 5.
Which continent has the most interesting news? And I have to answer? Or what I did?
You volunteered.
I know, I think for me the most interesting news have Europe, because maybe I'm from there, so I'm not looking into other countries like Europe. But I think there are also good news in the USA, because I try to read every news in English, so there are many interesting things like new technology, new business, like Forbes. I like this site because the people from USA share opinion about small business, how they start, how to avoid some problems. So it's also very educated. So for me, the best news are from USA and Europe.
Okay, now you have to ask a different student about their opinion.
Whatever I want, or just
whoever you want.
Whoever. So maybe which continent has the most interesting news to Jonathan?
Okay, Lucas, for me is notice about Europe and Asia, I think, because when I read notice about that continent, I learn much of the economy and or maybe I actualize in the news. I think that or other option, I think that is the notice about North America. In this newspaper have a good news about the technology or the scientifics, medicine, or that's things, I think that.
Very good, excellent. Let's go to our next question. Thank you, Lucas and Jonathan, for sharing your opinion. Anyone else want to share their opinion on that last question?
Hi.
Okay, what would you like to say?
Short opinion. I think South America in this moment are very interesting because some states have to rebel of the economic system of United States, and they rebel and denounce. It's right, denounce?
No, I don't understand that word, Alessia. What was it?
I don't know what is the name. I find on Google Translate. He reporting.
Okay.
Reporting of this system where the public debt are invented to subdue the and for example, I know that in Costa Rica there isn't an army system, or for example in Argentina and another country they don't want public debt. Maybe I don't have a real knowledge about this country, but for me are very interesting because they are growing up very fast, and I think they can change balance of the world system.
Thank you for sharing, Alessia. Excellent opinion. South America certainly does have a lot going on. Okay, teacher Hussein, no swearing, but you can take the lead in the next.
Okay, no, I won't swear.
Okay, I trust you.
Okay. And firstly, I can talk about it, and then I can ask someone here, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Which of these stories will happen first? A. The nation of Palestine created. B. Korea's reunited. C. Fair trade for Africa. D. Ozone hole closes. E. Other. I think ozone hole it won't even happen. It won't even happen. I think because it's getting bigger and bigger. I think I don't know about it a lot, but I think it's not very possible. And fair trade for Africa is not very possible too, I think, because the African states are still very poor, and so it does not seem to me very possible. And the reunification of Koreas it's possible, but it's not very near. I think it's very difficult because. And I think the most reasonable and maybe the nearest one to the present time is the creation of state of Palestine, maybe because they entered to the United Nations last year. I think, I'm not sure, but and maybe it is the nearest one to current time. And yeah, the nation of Palestine created. This is the first one, I think, that will happen.
Okay, very good. Now ask someone their opinion.
Okay, and who hasn't talked yet?
Maria hasn't spoken in a while. Maybe ask her.
Okay. Maria.
Okay.
Which of these stories will happen first? What do you think about?
Probably, I don't think any of them will happen at least in the next few years, because for the first two options, there are a lot of political issues behind that issues. So there are many countries which are not in favor of Korea's reunited or a Palestinian nation is created. And about fair trade for Africa, they have a lot of diamonds and maybe even petrol, and many countries are using it without paying the governments what they deserve. So I'm not sure that this could happen close. About ozone home closes, it is bigger and bigger every year, because everybody or every country is thinking about what all they can do to avoid it is getting more bigger. This is my opinion, my humble opinion. Could you say humble opinion?
Very good.
My humble opinion. That's perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
Very good, Maria.
Thank you.
Excellent, very good. Let's move on to our next question. And maybe Akka, would you like to take the lead for question number 7?
Okay, which country will be most important in 2015? A, the USA, B, China, C, India, D, Japan, E, other. Probably China's existence is getting bigger and bigger nowadays, and India too. They have a large population and but China's keeping one child policy, so population imbalance will be happening in China too, as well as Japan. And so, but India seems like doesn't have such population problem. So I'm not sure about probably India in that case.
Okay, very good. Ask a different student about their opinion, what they think.
Okay, who has not spoken for a while now?
Ali or Lucas, I think, are the less.
Okay, so Ali, how do you think about this?
I think China will the most important country in the future because China is a very big country, a huge population in China, and China has a high technology and they produce many things, everything, and China's economy is growing up very fast. I think China will be most important.
Very good. Anyone else want to share their opinion about that one? Okay, and I think, Jonathan, you're the only one who has not been a teacher yet. So read the last one and give us your opinions.
Okay, teacher. I am a free teacher, remember?
You're a
Do
what
you
teacher?
remember? I am the first teacher. I asked him yes. I asked him the one question, the first question. Sorry.
Oh, has anyone not had a chance to be a teacher yet? Okay, I think it's Maria. You haven't been the teacher?
No.
Okay, do number 8 for us.
Okay. Which of these possible future headlines is most worrying? A. Giant panda becomes extinct. B. Sea rises another 30 centimeters. C. 100 nations with nuclear weapons. D. World population to double in 20 years. E. Internet is dead. In my opinion, I think that world population to double in 20 years because we have no basic elements so all of them can survive. So it's terrible, but I think that some countries will use their weapons to finish with another people for whatever reason they can find. Because when a country, when population in a country is hungry, civil wars happens and a lot of terrible things because they try to survive whatever they at whatever cost. Do you say cost? At whatever.
The coast, that's perfect.
Okay. Because if there are a lot of people, a lot of homeless people, no job, like in the recent crisis. This is causing many problems in the society with politicians in the countries, a lot of angry people trying to look for answers, to look for something to survive, and it's difficult times.
Okay, thank you for sharing that with us, Maria. Ask one other student about their opinion.
Maybe I don't know the last one. Lucas, maybe. What do you think of the possible future headlines in question 8? Could be most worrying? Could be the most worrying?
For me, the most worrying will be internet is dead because many nowadays internet is in every companies and every bank. So if the internet will be not not work properly, I think the all communication will be in very dangerous situations. So like every money, I think, need to be connected to internet, like the cash machine. I don't know it's exactly correct. Need to be, I think, connected to the internet, so everything will be chaotic. It's okay.
Hectic.
I have to translate because I don't know.
Hectic means out of control.
Yeah. Yes. Hectic. And people will be worried about what to do.
Very good. Thank you.
That's all I think.
Excellent work, you guys. Good job at sharing your opinions for those questions. So what about hometown news? Hometown news. So something that is local, it's not international, maybe not even national. Maybe we can talk about things like that now, okay? For example, number 1, what kind of news is normal for your town? Let me ask Aka. Tell me about what kind of news is normal for your town.
Normal news. Last week, a big annual festival happened to my town, and usually more than a million people comes to the festival. So it could be the biggest local news in my area last week.
Okay, very good. So festival, that's pretty common. Anyone else have festivals in their local news?
What is loco? It's crazy?
Yes.
Loco.
Crazy.
Es loco, muy loco.
No, not that kind of local. It's with an L at the end, local, and it means close in proximity, so close to you. In your city or in your area.
Okay. Sorry.
Sometimes local news is quite local. That is true.
I'm muddled up.
I'm muddled up. Great. Anyone else want to talk about what kind of news is normal for their town? Maybe something you've heard recently?
In my town, it's normal. Go to the river. for the happy hours.
For the happy hour. So did they put that on the news?
It's a news. Oh, sorry. I
That's a great
I
town.
forgot something. Maybe.
That sounds.
The news. Okay, sorry. I think it was a general question.
No problem, no problem. Anyone want to share about what is local or something that is normal to see on the news in your local town? For example, where I come from in Canada, an area called the Okanagan Valley. Typical local news is what fruits are available to buy, weather, travel information or tourism information for the local area. They might say bear was spotted in backyard of senior citizen. That would be a very typical item on the news where I live.
Okay. In my country, in my town, usually the news are about food, where you could buy a wine, or where you could buy I don't know, salame. You know what is salame?
Salami.
Salami.
Mm-hmm.
And in this moment, many people are talking about the Expo.
Expo, okay, absolutely. Good.
Because my little city is very close to Milano.
Very cool. Hussein, what are the local newspapers like where you live?
They're like
Hussein, go ahead.
yeah. I don't know. Someone was talking, and okay. Generally, the newspapers here are like they're about dates and the place that people sell generally, and yeah, it's very normal. They give advertisements to newspapers, and yeah, it's very normal here. The newspapers are packed with these things.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing. The newspaper is full of all sorts of different things. Anyone else want to share about one of those questions so far? Have you ever seen pictures of your area on national or international television? Somebody who has not spoken for a while. Have you ever seen pictures of your area on national or international television?
Yeah. I saw, because near my city, a young guy, he went to university, is incriminated, is right? Is it right?
Incriminated?
Yeah.
Yes,
For
that's
right. Killer, for a killing his girlfriends. So in all the Italy television talk about this happen.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, near my hometown is a river. There is a festival every year in end of July, and government want to make a barrage, a kind of lake on this river, and it will be destroy the forests and nature there, and people don't like it, and there is a lot of demonstrations against the government. Sometimes it seems on TV, maybe national TV.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Because,
Anyone else?
there is people live in there, and they have to move from their village or their town. Maybe there is a lot of how to say holy persons lived in the past, something like
Priests? We can call them holy people. I'm not sure. There's a lot of different terms that could be.
Like not a prophet, but religious people. People visit them, their cemetery or grave, something like that. How to say in English? I don't know.
I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word. I'm sorry, Lee. Let me think about it. Ask me later. Anyone else see a question on the document that they would like to answer? Maybe someone's been on the TV or the news?
I've been on the radio.
Oh, why,
Not
Aka?
TV, but because I called the radio station the request, song request, and after that radio station called me back and they asked me to appear the show, and I answered the quiz of Queen's member with the name of the Queen's member. So I answered them all, but I was nervous, so I barely answered 4 of them. So I could get kind of record coupon for that.
Wow, you're like a famous person in the class, Aka.
Yeah, just a local show with via phone. So.
Very
But
good.
yeah, I was very nervous at that time.
Excellent, excellent job, you guys. That was a really, really well done class. If anyone wants to share a comment, a question, or an additional opinion or story, now is your chance. All right.